Hello and a very warm welcome from TrueCHART. I'm Timo and I'm the product manager of TrueCHART, leading you through the online seminar today. Thank you for having me today. Thank you for giving me the chance to present you how you can make collaborative processes within your BI environment more powerful than they are today and jump on the train of digitalization. We are collaborative business intelligence as we are TrueCHART. And today I'm talking about KPI-CHAT, which offers a certain challenge as communication about business performance, rather KPIs, is highly repetitive or even sometimes lost between people, processes, and technologies. Existing collaboration solutions, they are either difficult to align with data or not able to provide channels based on data at all. So communication about results shown in BI tools is lost because not everyone has access, or it's lost in translation as not everyone can access the data or has the same insights as their colleagues. Now, the solution for that is the direct integration of collaborative chat functions within the BI system. Also, data-dependent collaboration channels, which provide secure content to anyone who is allowed to use the channel effectively. Further, collaborative channels should be accessible within and across BI systems. Now, let me show you some use cases for KPI-CHAT and for existing processes then that can be brought up to date. Now, let's take a look at the challenge of a use of a digital P&L, where monthly P&L discussions are repetitive and lots of times redundant. Past questions and decisions are not easily accessible in retrospect. And the know-how about monthly P&L results remains in the heads of the experts, where in-depth explanations lots of times get cut short because of limited space in printouts, for example. The solution for that is the extension of a P&L and P&L KPIs with KPI-CHAT. KPI-CHAT channels for monthly results linked, for example, to year, month, entity, and channel types, details, and decisions. Now, this is supposed to adapt viewing rights to whoever is partial or crucial to the monthly results, and the chat edit rights to the current open year and month. Let's take a look at another use case, for example, inventory optimization, where the challenge is that weekly meetings about inventory optimization don't yield the results that they should. They are wasted because of repetitive questions not getting to the point where decisions with impact can be decided or tracked. The solution for that is an extension again of inventory KPIs with a KPI-CHAT channel for inventory management. For example, again, linked to year, week, plan, and also material to formalize meeting preparation based on KPIs within the BI system and document decisions throughout meetings. Now, let's take a look at a real-life example. Let's take a look at Fancy Food. Fancy Food produces different kinds of drinks and foods and supplies global markets. They base their strategy on 4 key pillars to stay ahead of the competition. Those are digitalized processes, modern tools, and a modern workplace, highly efficient staff, and they are basically connected and working globally, as you will see in the next few minutes. What does collaborative BI and the modern workplace actually mean? Let's take a look at the parts of the term collaborative BI and especially the modern workplace. Now, collaboration as a first starting point is at least 2 people working together to achieve a goal by accessing greater resources. Now, on the other hand, business intelligence is a set or sets of technologies and strategies for data analysis aiming at an easy interpretation, decision support, and identifying strategic insights to stay ahead of the competition. On the other hand, a modern workplace is a digital and physical space that basically meets the needs of your business and users. It eliminates the problems many of us are familiar with. Poor communication and information is exchanged across disparate channels, leading to a lack of visibility, control, and misunderstandings. Now, let's see how that runs for Fancy Food. What Charlotte's CFO is the financial genius of the whole crew. She lives in London, she drinks green tea, but she does not now know how to efficiently keep track of insights within her BI environment. On the other hand, there's Arnold Analyst. Arnold lives in Vienna, he knows all about data, he got 2 dogs, and he hates traveling. The last person we're looking at today is Christoph Controller. He's Munich-based, he enjoys the mountain, and he's a financial specialist of the two. Now, Fancy Food Inc. has different areas and global areas where they work in Americas, the German, Austrian, and Switzerland region, as well as Southeast Asia. What happens today is insights and explanations are tracked, and they are shared via email or Slack within Fancy Food. There's no workflow, there's no real data relation, as you can see. There's no combination of the two terms, collaboration and business intelligence. So the big question is, how can they efficiently revolutionize the collaboration decision process to not have the problems not knowing how to keep track of insights, or even breaking tools and processes, or getting lost in translation? Let's take a look at the process, how it is today. The process normally at Fancy Food is that you consume a report, and basically this is the process how it is everywhere and in lots of companies. Now you consume a report, you get some insights, find a problem, see something in the data that arouses your interest. You share a screenshot and your opinion via mail, ask a question, ask for insights, or even via Teams or Zoom, or as in the example of Fancy Food, Slack. You get an answer via mail or Teams or Zoom or Slack. You're happy for the moment, but what happens then is basically a huge information loss. As it is nowhere tracked, it's not auditable, there's no governance about what data and what information was exchanged. You're going to repeat that next season. Basically, that leads to rising costs and inefficiencies within collaboration processes. Let's take a look at how the process should look like and how Fancy Food would like to integrate and incorporate a new process into their collaboration and BI environment. Again, we're starting at consuming a report, the natural starting place for those processes. You get insights, you have a question, or you want to share something about the data that is in there. What could you do? The best thing you could do is share the problem within the BI system, get an answer within the BI system, be happy, in the end materialize those insights, and save time in the next season, or if you want to audit it, and therefore be happy ultimately. Now, at Fancy Food, Charlotte's CFO did a 2-day workshop with the team to identify the business requirements for the gap in collaboration. You've seen the issue, the analysis or business intelligence environment and collaboration. They are basically divided, and there's a gap in between. Now, they identified 3 key pillars that they wanted to incorporate for the tool decision and business requirements they created. The first one is data point specific. The tool should be data point specific. What does that mean? Fancy Food has no possibility to combine collaboration and data with a current set of collaboration tools. The next huge aspect was data security. As after a mailing mistake, the sales team in the US in the last year got avid of the bad performance of their European counterparts, which was a clear breach of sensible data and was a big discussion within HR. Now, the third thing and the third key pillar at Fancy Food, what they wanted to achieve is streamline the collaboration process. The worst thing at Fancy Food is that relevant information of calls or email discussions are not streamlined and are never accessible when it is really needed. Further, not everyone has access to the BI system due to unnecessary licensing for some of the team. Another aspect that arose through their lawyer, Leonard Lawyer, he advised them that a clear documentation of decisions and their relation to data will become more and more important in the future. Now, as user security and user management and data security is one of the most important things for fancy food, the workshop also resulted in a clear definition for user and the security aspects, which was never easy and not available in most collaboration tools on the market. So combining user management and also aspects of data security. Spoiler alert, they found a solution where you can import and define users from, for example, Active Directory or CSV, create them and link them to the security rules. Again, what they wanted to achieve is collaboration within the BI system. Real time, it should be real time and data point specific. There should be a traceability of decisions, and there should be data security aspects covering the needs of the organization. After taking a look at several tools, they found an interesting solution which seemed to suit their needs, KPI-CHAT. Now let's take a look in the upcoming live demo of how KPI-CHAT can solve those problems and can help them achieve what they are calling streamlining and optimizing their collaborative BI process. What you can see on this sheet are two navigational elements on the top and on the left side to ease up navigation and give an app-like feeling within ClickSense for filtering and different actions. Further, you can see a standardized P&L statement following the International Business Communication Standards with the possibilities to collaborate on different topics and materialize insights as inline comments. On the right side, you can see a top-line collaboration channel capable of real-time insight generation. Now, I've introduced Charlotte CFO, and guess what? She just got promoted. Let's check out why. Charlotte introduced KPI-CHAT to her organization to speed up data collaboration and make decisions more transparent. This helps her in her everyday life, as well as the overall organization, keeping relevant information directly with results and bound to the data. At Fancy Food Inc., they are in the process of finalizing the monthly reporting for November. As Charlotte only wants to take a look at actual and forecast, she excludes the previous year information by one click to reduce the overview and focus on her topic. Charlotte is checking the top-line P&L statement for the different regions today. First stop, Austria. Now, the biggest question she has before beginning to do an analysis is the data really up to date? Let's see. KPI-CHAT is integrated into the BI system and messages can be pushed by anyone that has access in real time. Remember, the BI tool is no strategy and we support that as being there across platforms. Great. Thanks to Arnold Analyst, we now know that the data is up to date. The first thing that jumps to our eye is the contribution margin, which is 55K down compared to the forecast, resulting from rising COGS and sales commissions. So she starts investigating the two cases to prepare for the boardroom meeting end of the week, starting with a question on the sales commission. Let's see what our good friend Arnold Analyst has to say to that. And thank you again for letting us know that the data is up to date. Now, KPI-CHAT, as you can see, notifies you if there's a new message within an inline channel. And Arnold says that the top performer just closed a huge deal. Revenues will only start flowing in during December. Let's manifest that and materialize this insight within an inline comment, keeping it directly at the data. Now, there's another thing open, the costs of goods sold. Let's see what's the issue here. Again, she's asking, why are the COGS rising that much compared to the forecast, staying on an inline level and keeping the business channel of Fancy Food Inc. at the P&L level. Again, if there's a notification, if there's a new message, she sees that there's a shift from deli to superfood, the production processes needed to be changed. Let's manifest that again and be ready to go. Now, Charlotte is checking the top line P&L statement for the next region today in Germany. As you can see, all the data and all the collaboration that is bound to the data is just switched. Here we're looking at a huge contribution margin. So let's find out what was the problem here, or what achievements the German team did to get to that contribution margin. Is that even possible? Let's see what Arnold Analyst has to say. Again, we're taking a look at an outside collaboration where Arnold Analyst has the possibility to answer from either within the BI tool or from outside the BI tool. I'm going to show you an example later on. So as it sees, they invested in new machines for production and could reduce the COGS. Further, they renegotiated the contract with one of the biggest delivery contractors. Let's manifest that again in an inline comment directly tied to the data. That also allows you, if you're filtering to another context, to another data relation, staying in the same channel, that this context changes and gives you the insights that were just accessed throughout the data filtering. Now, after we took a look at the P&L, let's see how collaborative business intelligence can ease up things on the sales side. What you can see on this sheet is a typical time chart with integrated deltas to previous year in absolute numbers and percent. Important for Charlotte here is that the forecast for December seems to be down by 23% compared to the previous year. So she wants to find out why that is happening. First, she checks the different product lines, and she checks out drinks first to see drinks is really performing well, but she also sees that food is not performing that well. So she investigates that case to find out where the delta is coming from. She's asking her sales team, why do they expect minus 26% of food revenue? Let's see what they answer. We have Susie Sales here. I've not introduced her, but she's a great lad, and she's great in sales. She says there's a shift from deli to superfood. So what Charlotte CFO does, she's looking for the product group superfood. She doesn't find it. So there's a big question mark. Where is the category for superfoods? Again, Susie Sale responds in real time. That can be done from within or from outside the BI system, as you can see right here. That's the KPI-CHAT Messenger, where you can be outside of the BI system, filtering directly for the relevant context and answering in real time, as you can see on the right side. There's a real-time data input of the relevant collaboration function, generating the insight that product category is in the making, and the category will only be available with the start of sales 1st of December. Again, Charlotte CFO manifests that in a comment. This time, this comment is not on an inline level, but this comment is perspective. She could format it or just drag a number to the relevant case and to the relevant data point. Collaborative business intelligence is not only about chatting, commenting, and exchanging insights, but can also mean to cover high-level planning tasks or even what-if-else analysis. Let's see how we can support Charlotte here. What you can see here is a list of customers, and she's just doing a checkup on the planning values for the month of November in the region Germany for the customer Tandy Corporation. She wants to know, is the forecast really up to date? So she asks Peter Planner, he's the guy from the planning team, interacting a lot with the sales team and being accountable for the planning data. So he's being asked, is the plan for Tandy Corporation correct? As it seems it's not, it's down to 97%. Charlotte CFO just touches that in real time, changes it, and as you can see, you can even work with data and calculatable comments on an inline basis, being there in real time. Now that you've seen KPI-CHAT, you might understand why our platform is enterprise ready, works everywhere for everyone. IT managers, for example, love KPI-CHAT because they have all the information in one platform. They can utilize one GDPR compliant tool for all BI tools. Decision makers love KPI-CHAT because of the reduced cost for data-driven communication and the reduced time to implementation for that. As KPI-CHAT is based on a server layer with multi-tier support, user management layer with user authentication layer, and ultimately the KPI-CHAT application that is accessible from any device. Where users love KPI-CHAT because they can chat and collaborate where the KPIs are. They can use the chats easily as any other chat tool. Now, let's take a look at the roadmap, because we want you to be able to work more organized and easily. We want you to give you an insights as a framework and reach goals faster. We want you to stop being lost in translation and finally get things done. Now we're looking at things like speech and entity recognition, automatic summary and report rewriting, as well as workflow management, semantic connection of data and chat results. With our next KPI-CHAT release, there will be screenshots of the few data that can be saved directly with the messages, subscription to channels, as well as multi-tier support. We're taking a look at different other aspects of collaboration, as for example, standard messenger integration to certain tools, file upload and sharing, as well as message rating and favorites. We're looking at, as I said, workflow automation, integrating that directly, making life easier for everyone, as well as RPA integration, mobile clients for our sales teams out there. Also something that I'm really curious about how the market responds to that, read receipts. If you please feel open to answer me, you'll find my profile on LinkedIn, or can write an email or contact us via the website. I would like to know from the attendees here today, how do you think about read receipts within a business environment? You might know them from tools like WhatsApp, for example, where you have those read receipts. You can turn them on and off. Just let me know. I'm really curious on how you taking a look at that. As well as another thing that we're taking a look at is the KPI-CHAT App Store to integrate even third-party apps, for example. So everything, and thank you for your time today. And I want to say, as data collaborate today, don't waste your time. And if you are having any questions to the product, or if you need any more insights, feel free to use the Q&A function here of the online seminar. You will find that in the box on the top or on the bottom, depending on how you set up Zoom. You can just type Q&A into the question. I will answer that. Or if you're not up for that today, please feel free to contact me or us via email, via the website, and check that out.